Hey, I'm sitting here at one of my favorite places to just sit and think or make a video because of that fountain. I have a lot of memories of my son and I when he was little, and my mom when she was around. We would always drive by that fountain, and in winter they put a Christmas tree up there, and it's really beautiful. But it's always so peaceful to me. It was just a very special time. I get nostalgic at times, very, very often. That's just the way I am. And of course, somebody had to pull right between me and that fountain. Isn't that hilarious? I like to look at that fountain sometimes and have all those memories. And again, sometimes it's really hard to look back on things and realize that you never will have that again, that those people are gone. And I think we all go through that at a certain age. When our heroes started dying, the first in terms of our pop culture heroes, I think the first one that really hit me, whoa, that's a little too close, was Luke Perry, who was on Beverly Hills 90210. He passed away. I don't remember what year, but then Michael Jackson and Farrah Fawcett and just blah, blah, blah up until today. We're seeing them either have to cancel, let's say, concerts because they can't do it because of health issues. And Stevie Nicks, who, again, if anybody has any way whatsoever I can meet her before one of us, help. But anyway, she had to cancel some concerts, apparently, because of, I think she had fractured her shoulder. And I'm just, man, that's going to hit me hard when something happens to her. I mean, it's inevitable that we're growing older, and it's inevitable that our heroes who are older than us are growing older. And we have to remember that we deal with a lot of loss as we get older, whether it's our family members, whether it's pop culture, things that we always had in the background for our soundtracks of our lives and the TV shows and all sorts of things that we lose. Our animals, that's something a lot of people don't think about, but you lose your animals at some point. I've had so many cats and dogs in my life, and that's a big loss too, that some people take for granted, that oh, well, it's only a dog. Well, no, I mean, it's not just a dog or a cat. It's honestly, it becomes a member of the family. And I had one for 18 years. That one hurt. That was bad in 2022. But how do we deal with loss? Because we know there's going to be more of it coming. And I think what it does is it forces us to stare like right in our face at our own mortality. Because do you want to live like that song that's all over shorts and everything? Do you really want to live forever and be forever young? I know that's not the way it's going to happen, but so often I say, oh, I would love to go back and relive some of these things. And really at the time I had problems the same as I have today. We all did. But what's the reason? I think some of it has to do, honestly, I think a lot of it has to do with just the fact that we were young and still knew that we had our whole lives ahead of us. And now, again, we're watching the loss that is getting bigger all the time. The older you get, the more you have, and there's nothing we can do about it. We accept it because we have to. Humans are resilient, thank God he made us resilient, and we can adapt to darn near anything as humans. But it's not easy sometimes. So I'm having some depression, and there's a lot going on. I've had all these health things, and my son's a senior. I'm so not ready for that. He's going to graduate from high school. I mean, it literally, he'll be 18 in October. It literally feels like, just And you guys know what I mean. Yeah, you guys know what I mean. But I just wanted to come on here and open up a little bit about the depressions, because that's a big problem. And especially with the world being whatever is going on right now, it's not conducive to good mental health. So take time out when you can to do something peaceful. I suggest things like I look at that fountain sometimes, or going out into the park, at the lake. Over COVID, especially over the lockdowns, I would pick up my acrylic paint and go back to doing that, which I used to really do. I wanted to be an artist originally, and I was pretty good at some point. But anyway, just wanted to reach out there and say again, you're not alone. If you're having depression, anxiety, you're not alone. I'm here, and there's many of us, and we'll make it. We just have to rely on God. We have to rely on what works. I don't think medication works for me. I've been on all the antidepressants, pretty much almost every single one of them since 80s, maybe early 90s. I've been on pretty much every one of them, and they'll work for a little while, and then they don't. So I don't think mine is chemical. I think it's just innate. Mom had bad anxiety and depression. I know I'm not alone, and neither are you. We know it's all going to work out at the end. It always works out the way it's supposed to. I really do think so much of my subscribers. I love you guys, and if you're not subscribed, if you made it this far, that makes you awesome. So, hey, if you made it this far and you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. Check out some of my other videos. Thanks. This is Mary from Always Learning. Bye.